How did she come up with the idea of doing this? What drove her?
Polly went to school. She's from Villanova.
Okay, Villanova.
And she went to school through the Michigan Fellowship for Environment. So she came to Uganda first with Care International. And then she ended up in Tanzania. So she was a program manager for Kigoma Environment Management Project, which was the project I was working with. We were assessing the refugees' impact to Tanzanian environment.
Okay.
So after that, she went working with Zanzibar, which was Jozwani, Chwaka, red colobus monkeys, where there was a conflict between the community wanted to kill these monkeys and they were to be educated, that you don't kill them, the tourists will come and donate it, so they were protected them. So after that, she was doing consulting for Care International in the village. Care International.
Okay.
Care International is the US-based organization. They're based in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a big organization. So when she was doing research for Care, like in the villages, she saw that there was a big gap between girls and boys' education, and that's how she wanted to start the school. So she invested. I think her husband is working from South Africa. Is working with a mining company. She invested some money there, and I think it brought like $50,000. In return, she went and bought a land. And the community donated like 7 acres, part of that support. So that's how she started.
It's all started. So
she started.
The
seed money, she bought the land, and then after that, we did fundraising, and now the school is operating.
How many years did it take her to do that?
I started the school in 2008.
And when did she start with buying the land?
That is 2007, I think, yeah.
So only a few years.
Yeah.
Like a big, that's what
Well, she did have a goal after she saw what's the program, and likely she got that money, and she just went and bought the land, and that's how it started.
And she had her own, I think, and it's on the website as well, it was her own personal investment. She invested from her own, to start this. Originally, that piece of land, she bought it with her own money at the time.
Yeah, that's the seed money she got. She bought the land, and that's how it started.
So she's self-driven. She's driven.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I told her she should write a book, but she won't listen to me.
But the
proceeds
could
do an
go
oral
to the school.
history. Do an oral history, and you write it for her, on her.
Had you another question you wanted to ask Juma or myself?
I forget what it was.
Do they have a Facebook page?
Facebook. Yeah, do they have a Facebook page? Does the school have it? Because you mentioned that the girls could communicate with them, and I know that to ask them to sit and write a letter would just about be like death. But if I said, hey, why don't you go out and Facebook them? So there's a good chance to see what happens. So maybe they could communicate with the girls through Facebook or something?
We do work with one organization which was putting the
internet service for Facebook. I don't think they got all laptops to do the Facebooking and things like that.
Juma? They have a computer lab.
They have a computer lab.
They do have
one internet, but I don't know about the Facebook.
Because I know that was on your presentation.
I got this presentation of Tracy, who's the president of Nurturing Minds.
Okay, maybe they do.
So either maybe it's Nurturing Minds and not the Sega School. We'll have to go hunt. We can hunt.
I can get those details of what their Facebook. I don't know what Facebook is, but I do know Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook, so I can share those information with Judy afterwards.
Yeah, and then I'll forward it on.
Correct, yeah.
I think he was asking about the stability of Tanzania.
Yeah, many countries in Africa are quite unstable. They have a dictator who runs like an iron fist, and family rule, all that stuff, and tribal warfare for generations. But
that's true.
What is the stability politically in a country to make this work and not have some tribe come in and just strip the whole thing and kill everybody and take what they want? That goes through all the time. And so I asked them, what is the stability of the country, politically as well as locally? You know, I don't know.
It's a great point, because we want to invest in something which is going to, go longer and stuff. But yeah, we are lucky in Tanzania, like what I was saying. Like you find most of the countries, like in Rwanda, the nature of the country, like Tutsi, Hutu, two antagonistic parties, and something happened. But in Tanzania, we have like 140 languages, tribes, different tribes.
Wow.
And Mwalimu Nyerere, who was the first president, he did a good work. He did use Swahili as the unification language. So though people speak different tribes, but they speak Swahili
Do
too.
they learn it? Do they learn in Swahili? Is that what it's all taught when you see the lectures there? Is that in Swahili or?
No, we are teaching in English.
In English,
That's
okay.
it.
I
But
wasn't sure on that.
like national, yes, they learn all the other classes in Swahili and English as a class, as a lesson, like one
That's
subject.
good.
So to answer, all the girls from Sega will be able to speak English.
Yes, we are trying to do that because the problem, which I went to the same standards, you study from standard 1 up to standard 7, everything is in Swahili. And you take English as a subject. And then in Form 1, everything flipped. Now you're learning everything in English. So you can see that phase, how difficult it is. But in Sega, we are trying to not only teach English, but to try to promote the teaching way whereby girls are involved in asking questions, and it's not like a top-down where the teacher just talk and kids just writing notes, which is usually
The student
but
teach
the students
teacher.
take notes. Yes.
Another question, by how many years can, like, is it 18 of age you have to leave the school, or can they be there for, what's the length of time to learn at the Sega school? Before you go out in the world, you've learned
Yep.
enough to go out and become self-sustaining in some manner? Is it 16, 18, 20, or 21? I don't know.
Yeah, the age might be different because you might
Yeah.
start it late,
Yeah.
but you gotta work at home.
Okay.
So the age will be different, but it's Form 4, which is what, the middle school year? It's 4 years in secondary, so 7 years in primary school,
So,
and then 4 years
Four to
in
11.
secondary school, which is ordinary level,
11.
and then 2 years in high school, and then you go to university.
okay, so they could be like 21, 22 here, still learning
Yes.
what was not given to them earlier. Okay, so have any of these girls gone on beyond the school and have really ventured out already, have made it, I should say, economically through university and are now on their own, maybe have come back? Or are they
No,
too
no,
young yet?
This has just started.
Too young,
Just
okay.
started.
Yeah, this is
I
the
don't know how
second
old,
year.
I
We
said
have
21, 22, I thought maybe they've gone a little further.
We have only
I
Form
don't know.
2, so we have Form 1 and Form 2, and the program which we are using to prepare them to do the exam.
Yeah, in the pamphlet, they have Form 1, Form 2 is equivalent 8th and 9th grades.
But you did say a bunch of